seems that everybody is trying to achieve a digital film look. While I don't believe that it's possible to make digital video look like film, I believe it is possible to sort of achieve a hybrid effect. One where the colors bloom a bit, and the color range is a little bit different than the flatter, bluer tendency of video. Well, we could pull this off inside of Photoshop as well. I've got an image opened up here that I've color corrected. Let's go ahead and try to achieve a simple film look. I know that this will come up in your editing suites and clients will ask for a film look on their video, and you're going to have to make the photos match. It's a pretty simple approach. We need to duplicate our background layer. You could do that by highlighting the layer and come to the menu here and say duplicate, or the shortcut is Command J. On a PC, that's Control J, and it jumps a new copy to the layer above. On that duplicate layer, go ahead and apply a Gaussian blur and run it at a fairly healthy radius. The amount will depend upon the original resolution of the image. You'll need to use a higher setting if the image is higher quality with more pixels. And I click OK. You may be confused why we just did that, but the goal was to just get some nice soft highlights that we can now blend in. Select the Move tool, and we're going to use a very cool keyboard shortcut. That is Shift plus and minus to change the blend mode of the layer. Now here we have the darken mode, which is not giving us the look we want, so I'll continue to press Shift plus until I achieve the desired result. I'm going to go for something in the overlay or soft light range. Before, after. And you see that the colors are just evened out a bit. Our shadows are a little more saturated, a little darker. Our highlights are a little bit brighter. If I'd like, I could continue to go through the list and pick different options. However, I'm going to go back with soft light because that was the one I was most satisfied with. Part of the film look, though, is adding some grain. So we're going to introduce grain to this image. Let's do this by making a new layer and choosing Edit, Fill, and fill it with 50% gray. 50% gray is a mid-tone, and it allows us to run a filter on this gray layer and then easily blend it back with the other layers. This is very similar to using an adjustment layer inside of Adobe After Effects. We're going to take advantage of one of our filters up here called Film Grain. It's under the Artistic category, Film Grain. And in Photoshop CS, it invokes the new filter gallery. We can go ahead and adjust the grain and the highlight area and take the intensity up and down. That works pretty well. You see we have other filters in here, and I'm going to go ahead and apply a diffuse glow. I come down here and I click on the new effect layer, and I can now select a new filter such as diffuse glow. Let's highlight that. There we go. And I can adjust the graininess as well as the glow amount and click OK. Now use that same keyboard shortcut of Shift plus to cycle through your blend modes, and you could add a level of grain into the image. There's soft light, not too bad. Early on, multiply seemed to work as well, and we'll just lower the opacity to taste. I'll set that grain layer at about 30%. Without, with. Very subtle effect, but grain just needs to be there in subtle amounts to sell it. If you want, we could take that back up to 50% so your clients can see it, and then you can do an A/B effect for them. With, without. This makes the shot very nice, and in fact, let's compare it. Where do we start? Here is our starting point and our ending point. We've improved the quality of the image, and we've made it look a little more filmic, which will work better if we're cutting this into a project where we've applied a film look filter, or we've shot using a progressive mode and have lit it and tried to achieve a film look within our digital video camera. To show you that this works on any image, I'm going to go ahead and open up two additional images that we've used earlier today. The technique: duplicate the layer, Command J. Run the Gaussian blur filter. Comes up with the last value applied. Change my transfer mode or blending mode. We'll try soft light in this case. Before, after. Add a new layer. Shift Delete will call up my fill dialog box. Fill with 50% gray. And then I can go ahead and invoke the film grain command. The last values are loaded. Plus the glowing command here for diffuse glow. Click OK, change my mode, adjust the opacity down to taste. Here's one more. Command J to duplicate, Gaussian blur filter, change the blend mode. And in this case, I'll be really lazy and just go ahead, grab the grain layer, hold down the Shift key, and drag it across. Before, after. I think this is a pretty good look, and it's one that most clients find pretty attractive.